Hey guys, what is up? This is Man the Commentator on Black Ops 2, and today I have a 17-2 with the SWAT on standoff, and I believe it's in 5 rounds. And yeah, I wanted to use this gameplay because the SWAT is, to my knowledge, a pretty underused weapon, and I think that's reflected in the fact that the recent patches that I've gone through for this weapon. So I got this gameplay with the SWAT after the first buff, which drastically improved this weapon, and there's been another buff since. To make the medium range effectiveness weapon even a little bit better. So if you guys haven't checked out this weapon and you think it suits your style of play, probably not a bad idea to check it out, but that's not exactly what I want to talk about. It is the fact that I have a series of videos on my channel that you guys are probably quite interested in. It is an SnDElite 4v4 that we had in SnD only. We did it to League Play rules. We did it about 5 Sundays ago. Most of it was streamed on Spartan's channel, or did we do? I don't remember where it was. Probably the Elite channel. I know Spartan was streaming it for sure. But it was a lot of fun because you guys get to see our personalities behind the commentary persona, because obviously we don't talk to each other like this, because that would just be weird. And it was, yeah, a lot of laughs, a lot of friendly trash talking, which is fun to watch and listen to. So I made sure to include that all in the videos, and I'll try to link that in the playlist. And if not, my channel will be, everywhere in the annotation, description, all that good stuff. So check that out. I know you guys will be interested in it. And but what I did want to talk about today is the differences between competitive and public styles of play. So if you guys aren't aware, they are very different, and you'll see that in the videos you'll check out, or if you do decide to check it out, in the SnDElite 4v4, and if you guys have been paying attention to the recent MLG tournament going on, you'll see that just they don't play like I would or anyone else would in these SnD games just to rack up kills, because the number one thing in any competitive game is to win. So when I go into a public game, I want to win, but I also want to rack up kills because that makes me feel good. And you guys like to see a lot of kills, because if I just win games all the time, if I just 4-0 and get 9 plants, if that was even possible, you guys wouldn't really care. If I got 3 plants and the defuse, and we won the game and I got 5 kills and was flawless, that still wouldn't entertain you guys too much. So that's just not something you want to see. But in competitive styles of play, if someone managed to do that, they would be MVP potentially. If they could pull that off, that's a very valuable person to your team. So that's a huge difference. If I can put my ass on the line, even if it means losing a round to try to get a couple extra kills, because that requires me to play a little bit risky, I'll do it, and tons of people do it. Like I pretty much every person that plays SnD and posts commentary puts their ass on the line when they know they can secure the win to get an extra kill or two, and sometimes they die and lose the round. It's just a matter of what we're trying to do here. So in competitive styles of play, they will not do anything to compromise the win. That is a huge difference, and that's something I've been aware of. But it's a clear difference when you're playing this, and it's reflected in the way people play this game in its pace. So the pace of public SnD is usually quite fast unless you run into a group of campers, in which case that's no fun. But it's not exactly camping in competitive COD if you're just head glitching and waiting for someone to approach the objective, because that's the way the game's supposed to be played. People are supposed to play defense like defense. They're not supposed to run up and try to flank them and do all this crazy shit to try to get an extra kill. So yeah, that's a big difference. And trying to think of another one right now. I had it in my head, but oh yeah, it's just what I wanted to expand on was the pace of the play. So in public SnD, people just keep kind of rushing until they can't sprint anymore, and then they'll keep sprinting until they can't sprint anymore again. And like I said before, in competitive Call of Duty, they only move as much as required. They're not going to go and sprint until they can't sprint anymore, because that puts them at an extreme disadvantage. There's only so much moving you need to do. You don't need to be running around all the time. You're going to be moving fairly coordinated and as a team, so that's a big difference for sure. And I think I saw quite a few comments on the people that had seen my videos that were saying, people were playing, kind of unfair, or like in a way that was cowardly and stuff like that. And that's not true. Like the players that my team went against a couple of the more experienced players in the League Play rules, which is Fidelis and Ninja Robot, and they definitely, like I think Aaron did, or Ninja Robot did, a ton of work against us, constantly at the top of his team. Knowing the best spots to be, and just constantly just giving us a hard time, like really making it difficult to pull off wins. And they did end up winning, but yeah, you could definitely tell he knew what he was doing, but it was because he knew positionally where he should be on the map, and that was a huge advantage, as opposed to the style of play that my team utilized, which was bringing the routes that we developed in public games and bring them over to this more competitive play style in the 4v4 scrim. But the way I kind of see competitive and public games is that competitive games are more like a chess match, where public games are a race to the finish, because competitive games have one objective, everyone's focused on that, and the players conform to these specific roles to take out enemies in a very smart and efficient way. And sometimes that means to wait back and play very, very carefully. When you contrast it with this public style of play, you have this basically three objectives: to win, do it quickly, and to rack up as many kills as possible. So sometimes these compete with each other. You know, sometimes, like I said before, the want or desire to get more kills will conflict with your want to win that round. So you'll put your ass on the line to get that extra kill. But I hope you guys can see my point and enjoyed this commentary. And make sure to check out the SnDElite 4v4 on my channel, because I know you guys will enjoy it. And as always, I will see you all next time.